Really talking to him, yapping at him. It's psycho yapping right there.
I mean, that's what we do as our job, professional yapping.
True.
That's us.
Actually
that
true.
is us.
Actually true. All right, let's see who's going to be doing the fighting right now. Psycho Crusher is a very good tool. He's trying to charge up every so often, so that Qaaa is trying to get in and get his win. Get aggressive, get active.
True, go for that corner game though, able to throw, escape, break out of it, so Hippo very familiar, at least a little bit with his game, has to jump out, still gets hit with the uppercut though.
Yeah, cross-cut DP, can't leave for free, gotta pay the toll. A little bit of life on that one, that's gonna be a punish. Oh, I think Stan Like it can reach at that range. Not that one, and that's a space trap, using the crouching meter punch to stop sign him.
And already with the running knee, we got the bomber as well, going back in the corner, another throw into it, make that number 2 on the list, trying the third, instead opting in, OD scissor kicks right in the knee.
Yeah, caught the recovery of the throw. The nightmare, it's about to be a deadly one. OD gets it done. This man has hands like NyQuil.
I was about to say, NyQuil a little too powerful here. That's Psycho Charge NyQuil. That's nasty stuff.
Extra $2.
What am I paying extra on this?
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh, he's paying extra right there for missing that DP. Unfortunately, it's hard to get some of these DPs like anti-airs for this character because it's such a short distance compared to like Ken or Ryu.
He's going for the throw again, but with a side swap action, trying to shimmy into it, but gotta go for that down cut instead, coming into it from Qaaa, that drive rush, but side swap still able to catch you though.
First throw, trying to catch a tap parry attempt, nothing doing. Yeah, he's holding parry for damn dear life, trying to keep that bar up as much as possible. Stamby to kick the ruler tool just to gain some ground. Stan Fierce in a drive rush to throw again. He's up against the corner, up against the wall.
Now the best spot for Hippo, especially how to escape out of it though. I say that as no choice to use the rush, especially burn a little bit of that meter. Shouldn't be that much of an issue. Tried the down hits, but instead pressed wrong second. Accordingly gets punished by Qaaa here.
The fact that you pressed the bomb was on you, and you pressed a button. Qaaa, you like that?
About to say high risk, high reward. Don't doubt Qaaa now.
I don't. This guy, you know what? He locked in. I like that. I like that energy. Cannot let this character pressure you for free. Every something running those jabs. ODDP, the rising upper, Stan Fierce to the fireball to kill some of that drive gauge. Does it again, chipping away.
Man, tried to stand medium kick just a little bit earlier, coming into it from Hippo, but back in the burnout, not the best spot. I say that though, we got the level 3 super.
This is gonna put them both in burnout, but it's an expensive spin and not a very damaging super because it was scaled off the lights. But this does give him some room, so I thought now if Qaaa goes into super, it's gonna be a big lead. He can freeze the drive gauge. He can find a moment to do so.
True, got the meter back, but at what cost to? Now you find yourself back in the throw loop. Make that once, make that twice. You want to put yourself in a position for a third time here, but the rush, keep the oppression upward. Make that 3 times here on the throws. We got a 4th one already. Don't make it a
reversal. The first time that he did something on defense that was more active got blown up. Qaaa.
All right. 1 up so far for Qaaa here, and Hippo still looking as aggressive as can be, but against the Luke matchup, hold on, I'll let you explain this a little bit more.
I mean, you look at how Qaaa is playing. He's like using crouching meter punch, like
right?
Gain some information on what they're doing. Are they walking back? Are they pressing buttons? Are they holding back? Are they blocking? And then going in from there. It's kind of like been the informational tool for him. Whereas for Bison, it's the stand medium kick. We've seen that as a poke tool, but we also have seen Davy on the back. We haven't seen a lot of perfect parry attempts. The drive gauge gotta be up, gotta be juiced up a little bit more. Careful.
Be a little bit more careful. The bomb went off, but not to that much effect though. Got the leg drop double exploder here. Scissor kicks right into it, especially from Hippo. Dropped the upper, but instead caught a crouching light.
Yeah, that whip punish was clean off that crouching medium kick. Should get the explosion right here. Oh, he didn't have the charge. We'll just run it raw either way. It would have been plus regardless, so it didn't really matter. Not too bad here from Hippo to bring it back. And the whip punish on that crouching medium kick extended button was fantastic. Oh, the drop combo. Same with Qaaa. He just ran it raw.
Man, wall bounce for wall bounce here, but still able to drop it. Not this time though. Got on the blast and back in the corner trap situation again. Qaaa really likes to play through. Now Hippo escape game jumps out of it though. Jump kick not working to that much effect though for Qaaa. Throw loop will though.
That jump heavy kick though, even though it's not working out all the time, it's like stopping him from drive rushing over because he'll get blessed. Another drop combo. Not able to find anything after that though. This does put him in burnout. Scissor kick, strike though. He waits for a little bit, maybe looking for a bust out. A level 2 bust out or level 3 could have been the victory right there. So held back, but now both in burnout. Even worse here for Hippo, or so I thought. Hit the super. Let's get some bar back.
About to say, try to use the sandblast a little earlier from Qaaa, but we got the super to hit you instead. Burnout for burnout. Honestly, with that much health left on the board, I don't want to say play it risky here, but hey, high risk, high reward usually works out a little too well for Qaaa here. So for Hippo, especially trying on the scissor kick, able to build back meter though.
Tap and parry when you shouldn't. That damage is going to be just enough to do it because it's extra when you do so. And that the time we asked him to tap parry, the time he got tossed.
Of course, final round, the ODDP coming into it from Qaaa right now. And tried to throw from Hippo, but misses. I don't want to say spectacularly here, but perfect parry. Get that back.
Heavy kick. Yeah, take the turn back if it's not. Shaking the screen is not plus. Takes the turn back on the stand medium. Yes, that ends the turn. Heavy, drive reversal. Now, if you heavy knuckle, if you try to drive impact the heavy knuckle, at this point, you'll go for the level 3 and blow that up. So Hippo has to be wary of that. Put the bomb on him.
His kicks just back in the corner. Probably be a little careful here. Just one wrong button. Obviously, you get crushed, punished for it, thrown for it. Also, with that much meter left, not much you can do here. Shimmy game, though, already with the OD crush and double knee overhead.
Perfect. Well spaced. Wake up, Super. Did you block? Did you block? No, you're about to drop. Lay him on the mat. Rearrange the face. Open up. I'm home. Not enough to kill, though. One more touch, Will.
Not enough. We right there. Just one more is all you can do.
The shimmy, the slight finesse and bless above the rest. Qaaa, 2 game. You're telling me, Qaaa?
Oh, goodness.
The man from the skies? Qaaa.
Say, squad, we're not Fetty Wap here. This is collegiate. I want to say we got to.
He said, hey, what's up? Hello. Okay, we stop. Go get DMCA.
Yeah, we got to stop. Lock it. Let's calm it down now.
Plus Range City on the crouching medium punch off the drive rush.
Oh, goodness, as much fun as we are having. I imagine if you are Qaaa right now, keeping up the pressure momentum, especially after Sandblast. Honestly, tough with it.
The fireball's perfect parry this time. If you don't have the ability to charge it up, perfect parry is a fine option. We got to get close enough to like drive rush jab, and unfortunately, it's CQC we see here from Qaaa as he gets his victory, keeping it nice and compact with the crouching medium punch, the counter hit combos. He's been aiming for the drive gauge continuously. It's Qaaa, 1 round away from victory. Start off with the light, the ODDP.
About to say, especially against Hippo, which will knock him down, if I remember correctly, into loser. So Qaaa just 1 away from really just actually on set point, winning, getting scary with it. Nope, stand medium instead, having to opt for the back throw.
Yeah, tap parry when you shouldn't. Side switches there, the whip punish. He was aware of the throw, too far out. The bomb's on, back heavy kick. Text right after, scissor kick. Well spaced, well done. And yeah, you can't do that. The 4 frame will interrupt that every single time if they go for that overhead option. That's why you have to have the bomb on.
Especially after crouching light follow-up, had to go for the throw. Instead, gets punished. That's got to be some heavy stuff already. OD punish at that coming into it from Hippo. Trying to stand me. OD upper, though.
Now, if that would have worked,
crushed.
It would have been a genius, but it didn't work. Unfortunate. Cycle Crusher allows Hippo to stay alive. He can thrive, though. I don't know if he can take this back. Level 3 on the side of Luke could be a really good early start. Great, beautiful finisher. Drive rush overhead. Blessings from above. Ends it with the rising upper.
Got the throw again, back into the corner. Want to try it again and risk it for the biscuit if you will, but punish counter already. Second throw of the round. See Qaaa trying to risk it, especially after Sandblast. Had to try for the OD, but Hippo pressured back still.
It's a one-touch scenario, I do believe. You can find a jump in, something clean with some drive gauge behind it. Get something more, a little bit light. Oh, if you would have whip punished that, I was waiting for it.
Oh.
The stomp, back heavy kick plus while we pressing buttons.
Oh, this is kick again, back into it in the level 3 conversion.
Damaging to the drive gauge. It should give Hippo the lead here, a slight one, but enough to get things done. But that does mean that that level 3 turns into CA. More damage on the way if Qaaa is able to hit it. Have much drive gauge as he had before. Drive rush overhead this time. Stand block against that, just like it opened up. Now block slow.
Better be blocking. We are just 1 step away from either going to Memphis and getting barbecue, and Hippo's situation might be ending this early. Qaaa ain't careful enough. Oh, the backhand coming in with
another one.
Second again, not enough for the
No, he didn't time it right. The back throw, doing it wrong.
Ooh, that's a nasty throw. Hippo still alive. Some signs of life here.
Listen, he almost dropped that game-winning combo. Look, he stayed up the lockout system right there, but game on the board for him. Either way, you take that. No matter how you got it, you take that, you run with it.
True, true. So we still have some moment of momentum here, especially for Hippo. Be careful, though. You were just 1 away.
So we're getting there. We're getting there. We'll see what happens as we get closer and closer towards the finale. Of course, tomorrow will be that finale. The top 4 will be moving up, and the rest, well, will be on the sadder side.
True. Not gonna lie though, even if you do somehow end up in losers, you still got that gauntlet run, right? You still have that chance, but it's still scary because obviously you don't want all the heavy hitters there just yet.
Crouching medium punch to start things off. The drive behind it, and then with the back fist as much as possible. Back heavy kick, that's meaty. It's a bomb off already. Could have been worse, but look at how much health has been taken within 10 seconds.
About to say, already down to damage here, 20, maybe 30% if you're lucky enough, but Qaaa shouldn't be that much of a problem even with the jump over, still able to hit the upper.
I think that Qaaa hasn't really found the moments for access for damage. It is harder for Luke overall, you know, especially in these seasons where he's gotten nerfed. His buttons aren't nearly as prevalent or as powerful. Like stand medium kick is 8 frames out, crouching medium punch has a hurt box on it finally. But now we find the victory right here if we don't drop the combo. Yeah, hit him with the me. Yes, sir. There we go, Qaaa. I'm like, man, find some openings. He's like, bet, I got you.
Exactly.
Don't worry
Just
about
find something, anything to hold on to, and already again, Qaaa back on set point here.
Yeah, I like that. Walk back against the plus frame city. We'll see if Qaaa goes for like crouching light kick when he gets closer with that button. That's been a good way to catch that walk back. Drive reversal will kick the bomb off. OD in again.
OD back in the throw at that into the corner. They want to go for the loop, but trying to jump out of it. Has to be careful from that pony pressure. That air coming into it from Hippo right now. Off the knees and into the OD.
Yes. Oh, I'm surprised he can go to level 3. Maybe he didn't think it was going to kill. One touch will though. Bomb goes off and the panic is starting to set in for Qaaa like he on the Titanic. I can't lie. This is looking a little bit different than what we usually expect from Qaaa in terms of his defense.
It's got to be scary though. That panic button upper and still got slammed with bomb. That's a little unfortunate. It does happen, but you just saw just a moment there. Okay, will it not work? Unfortunately, did not. And now for Hippo, momentum seemingly on his side here.
Bomb is on again. Oh, that slows down the game. Or a combo blocked out, takes a turn back. Should have been a whip punish. In a different multiverse, that would have been a punish and a half. That would have been if the steamroll towards success. It's one more interaction, put this buddy to rest, and it's not looking so good. Look at how much bar Hippo has. He has him in the corner.
About to say plenty still, and if you are in Qaaa, I mean, you don't want to risk the burnout scenario here in any way, shape, or form. The OD crush back into the wall. Another perfect for Hippo.
Very confident walk-up crouch shooter kick. Even with the bar at the bottom, and you have such a big lead, it's your game to win. You see the tendencies of Qaaa, who doesn't usually bust out ODDP, doesn't usually, you know, make these wild decisions that are leading to, I think, part of his demise.
Right. And just right now, Hippo able to tie this 2-2. I mean, so far it was looking like Qaaa all day here, but now you find yourself at set point scenario multiple times, and then Bison coming to ruin it.
Yeah, that's the thing about this character. These jump pierces are, I think he's looking for, I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know if he's looking for like a dash up or something like that. Now we're done playing neutral, trying to find some buttons. Stand fierce, initiate for the throw, lay him on the mat.
About to say, Qaaa really likes to play the corner game a little too well here, but for Hippo, starting to get the adjustments and the reads, especially the OD scissor kicks. Also the rush again into the rising knee, but working out too far here.
Pretty decent combo right there, but the walk back crouching medium punch. Hippo taking a page out of Qaa's book, drive reversal to back him up a bit. Now, yeah, it's him that's on the back foot in terms of bar. The anti-air is there.
That DP as well, but instead gets interrupted by the super.
Yeah, can't leave any gaps. Level 1, puts him against the wall, and he caught him coming through the door, closed it right in his face. Can you believe it? Set point, Hippo was getting washed.
To think that moments ago, Hippo was not looking too hot here, and now Qaaa finding himself on the other end of this. The OD DP coming into it though, tried the running knee, and instead has to go for wall pressure throw again.
That fierce fireball, oh, meaty fireball. Hippo takes a hit, now goes for the super. He wants to keep the drive gauge as much as possible. Does not want to be in burnout. I like these wake-up decisions here from Hippo. Scissor kick's gonna be able to punish this, but maybe not close enough or timed right with the crouch medium punch follow-up on the punish counter.
Not just yet, goes through the knuckle, and right now Qaaa really bursting down the health possibility and put us on set point for either. It could go either way, Cola. I'm getting a little concerned here. It's getting too hot in here.
It's time for final game, final round.
You'd love to see it.
Yeah, I don't like the washouts. I like when they fight back. I like to see a match.
Fight back. Get up. You still have some charge left in you. The same can be said for Qaaa right now. Momentum able to break out of the throw from Hippo. Honestly getting real scary, especially off the knees. And now rush again. Footsies instead though with that blast knuckle.
Stagger with the crouch medium kick every so often. Heavy knuckle into level 3. I do agree. It gets you a huge lead. Grab him up in the corner. Rearrange the face. Yeah, make those teeth into cereal. And guess what? Look at that. The drive gauge. Got a little bit back drive reversal. That's good. That's a win right there.
About to say, able to wake up with the exploder. At that, you love to see the reversal. Almost got taken to Memphis real quick. If you weren't careful enough, would have loved to pick up some barbecue. That's for a little later, though. You got one shot here. No!
Fireball interrupts the supers up. Projectile inbound. And Qaaa brings it back from the brink of defeat in the final game, final round. He is the one flying away.
It's about to say, into the distance, can go twice as high here, but not able to fall twice as hard, still able to keep himself up. Qaaa somehow surviving what was a brutal, nasty matchup against Hippo.
Qaaa, I see you.
Yeah, we see you.
I see you, Qaaa. You out here. You out here. Paladin, man with the hands arms, Let's get it.
All right, let's get into it. The butt slam already coming in from our favorite sumo player. I want to say in the world, but for me in the world right now. So you know what? I have some faith in Harms. Some faith.
Some faith. We'll see what happens. Corey has the lead right now. He's doing a good job of trying to jail this man in as much as possible. Harms, one of the things that he is really good at is like perfect parrying the fireballs and advancing right after, not trying to be too obvious. Raw sweep from Paladin.
Ooh.
Hello?
Uh-oh, and already back in burnout. Harms not exactly in the best position, especially off the charge in the DP. And back throw into it already with the wall stun. That charge again to jump cancel.
Beautifully meaty. Staying fierce, heavy kick, heavy butt, so you dim down the scaling into level 1. Shinku Hadouken.
Uh-oh.
It's not over with the overhead.
It wasn't over.
Enough.
Yeah, just 1 HP and a dream. You'd think, okay, Harms can fight back. Well, no, not in that situation. But hey, always have another chance, especially but going into the Tatsu instead. One more, make that 2 more, but instead get slammed the chops.
Yeah, big mistake right there. What was that mix? It's mixed, people. You see the overhead, the side switch, you all got hit by it. And yeah, that's plus rate city right there. Caught in front of press buttons, got a counter hit. That was actually godlike Harms.
Tried the flying head slam instead, but of course, going for the grab, and that's going to be a good chunk of health already taken off of Paladin here. The jump in, head slam again with the fly in cross corner, but instead go for chops.
I like that. No heavy buttons right there at that distance. You might get jump fierced on, and then might pay with your life. Raw sweep again, Paladin just sending those suckers out. Back throw. Drive rush going to be interrupted with the super well done. So the arms upset. Stop that.
Work for me. That wake up super is going to hit you instead for cross screen though. Maybe not cross, but right there. Exactly. Stop where you are. Right there.
All right, the throw, dash up jab, and the Ashurvok. So get the spin because they're counter hit. Level 3 wants a big lead in the bar back. And with a Shoryuken! Look at that huge lead right now in health for Paladin.
Exactly. Play after my cinematic in the first place. And right now, Harms having to play the defensive game even with some amount of meter left. And that footsies that we do like to see, especially, but from Honda right now. Going to need more than that, especially going into the rush, trying to crouch a medium kick.
But I'm ducking the overhead, but not a lot over that. Pump break cancel, hands ends the turn. Not a lot of bar. Perfect parry and the punish right after. It's my favorite book. I read it every day. Yeah, hit him with the super. That's going to put him in burnout. This is your game that you could possibly win depending on how things go. Before he gets that level 1 back, drive impact.
Ooh,
yes,
even risks the burnout, but we got the charge instead. Jump cancel, down chop, and for Harms right now, looking a little too clean with 1,000 hands. Slaps, jump again, but instead, Paladin going to build back the meter.
Oh, it didn't. I lied. The timing wasn't there. The timing wasn't there. They did buck that, so you can't get the projectiles faster, but unfortunately, the timing wasn't perfect. And it's hard. Some of the different versions of reuse fireball make it difficult to always time that properly. Harms had the right idea, wrong execution. How did it come for that neck?
I mean, honestly, for Harms, though, I will admit, though, giving Paladin more of a problem than I initially thought here. And Paladin, mind you, went undefeated yesterday, but today, I have more of a problem, especially some of the heavy hitters.
Perfect parry, trying to get a jump in right there. Well space on the donkey kick, making sure it's not punishable. I like that. Anti-air, using the butt slam, baits out the drive reversal. Nice and close with the mix, driver stay medium. Look at that, killing the drive gauge. If you're not only parry, it is looking devious. OD.
Here we go. Slam already, get the charge up. Walking through the fireballs here. Butt slam to really close the gap. And for Paladin right now, trying to crouch heavy kick, but not opting out set. Down chop coming into it from Harms right now. OD DP though gets punished. Back into burnout.
Yeah, too big of a risk right there, but what can you do? About to be a burnout at that point. We had to use that bar at the bottom, and you don't want to use it for a possibility of coming back. But hold on to it for the next round. Stand fierce looking for a button. I guess it's hard for Honda to like punish that sweep because we've seen it so continuously. It might be a real thing. Perfect parry punish incoming.
Perfect parry, 1,000 hand slams possibly incoming for you, but tried to parry again, expecting something, getting scary with it. But perfect we got one more perfect parry to hit into the reversal.
I like that. Take that bar back, get the side switch. Looking for damage. Positional advantage is what you're hunting for. Perfect parry again, too many lights.
I'll say getting reactionary with it, especially if you are Harmed. Side swap into it, Tatsumaki coming into it, and now we got the level 3 super. Nothing demure nor mindful yet again about a ring of fire here.
You know what about ring? Bah! And look at that. The help not looking so good, so it could be an OD headbutt if he wants to. A bad fireball might kill. Break. No, he got hit. He really got hit. The hurt points on the jab was enough. Shin Shoryuken!
Man, you gotta get electrifying with it.
It killed!
We can't even play our favorite game of Will It Kill. That's guaranteed.
My man sent that out with his whole heart, his core, his own.
Oh goodness, but already jumping over the fireball, especially with the butt slam, drive rush, down chop with the leg. And for Harms right now, you get a good chunk of health, but trying to stand, actually Crouch Fierce coming in from Paladin, 1,000 hand slaps, jump cancel.
Yeah, trying to go for the reset, I do believe. The OE command grab did not work out, only north did not go south. Walk up, throw on the tap parry attempt, we block. Even better, we parry, we drive impact. Should be able to take this with a double impact. I like that. Attack on drive gauge. The rumbling is coming. Wall splat, the super, not even necessary.
About to say, with full burnout, put yourself in a vulnerable position and get punished for it. Paladin so far by 2-0.
Harms isn't that far off. It's just a few moments of like, I have the right idea, the timing needs to be better.
Right.
It's already a difficult matchup. The fireballs present an issue for Honda coming through with the headbutt, so you can't use that to initiate a footsie sort of style at all. And then you have just Paladin getting aggressive with drive rush overhead, the throws, the sweeps, which look like they're hard to punish in the first place. So Paladin, we're gonna take this 3-0, but Harms, just a few more things, we might see another 2-2 set.
I mean, possibly. We've seen these comebacks before, and the potential, especially with Harms, is no joke on the Honda, especially the last match. What was it? Zangief quite a while ago. I keep mentioning it, but it was right there, and as close as it was, as Paladin, no exception.
Donkey Kick able to hit the perfect distance, got the punish counter, get some distance off of that. Now you see him just waiting. Yeah, this is where you want to use that Denshin charge off the Ashurvok to extend that damage in the combos. Cross got DP. Paladin plays like an old man to be able to do that.
The back throw would put you back in corner fireball again, and obviously tried it with the impact. Flying head slam, though, gets punished, and roundhouse right into the charge for a perfect round from Paladin. Set point.
Harms already talked about how bad it was. I try to throw out headbutts because it's easier to perfect parry them, I feel. People have gotten used to doing so.
Right.
I played a million Hondas when the game drops, so you're more inclined to be able to use that, or deal with it, I should say. And Paladin sitting on set point. He's got the bars juicing up at the bottom. You already see the damage that you can access. It's just where's the access point? Command grab.
There we go, rushing to the grab at that. Buzz slam coming into it from Harms, but even tried to jump in from Paladin. Not working to that much intended effect. Fireball gets perfect parried instead. A Tatsu ender into the rush.
Crushing beauty kick into the charge up right there off the Ashurvok. Toss it for the corner carry. Trade conversion. Almost got it, but got the plus frames off that either way on the medium. This should be the end. We do DP level 3. He will.
Yep.
With the jabs, 20%. So it's scaled. But this is a hefty amount of damage, and that is Ryu. It's a one-touch.
That's 1 HP right there. And for Harms, you got to be careful with it. OD coming in with back throw, puts you in the corner, and against Paladin. The comeback potential. Remember when I was telling you about that? I was talking about it earlier. And so far for Harms, able to keep himself alive just by a shred of health.
Really, it's by admission of him and not even his character. It feels like his character doesn't present that comeback factor. It's just him with the right reads and the...
Right.
Honestly, if Paladin had calculated that just a little bit better, that would have been the kill. But again, Harms, ride that momentum. Crouching to kick to catch the walk back. Drive rush, crouching to kick again, using more of those extended buttons to catch him trying to retreat.
Got some hand slams, perfect parry right into it from Harms right now. Chops into the rush again, down leg, and already... Actually, I thought he was going for a bus slam in there, but instead parried again. Wait for the charge at that. Back throw instead coming into it from Paladin.
Super.
But, oh no!
Drive impact to make sure you get an even bigger combo on the way. More about that corner play. Drive rush overhead. Plus, it's a one-touch scenario. He's got that bar. That level 2 could be coming through. Depends on the combo, Ash. Depends on the combo.
We got plenty of bar left. I mean, for Paladin, but right now for Harms, we got trade out in damage right now. Tried the fireball. The rush! One touch was all you needed, and Paladin did just that.
Abyssal, LukeSFH. Let's get it.
All right, let's get into it. This should be a fun one at that. If you are like maybe some certain people, it's like, all right, JP versus JP, I'm gonna clock out real quick. Not us though. We are on the job here 24/7, and let's get into it.
You know, on the job, tax account, he's been thieving some money. So, you know, side hustle
not
right
just
there.
thieving some money, but thieving some psycho energy at that.
That's true. It's like, that's not yours, bro.
Yeah, that
Corruption.
is.
I like that crouching video kick, though. That was a good stop sign. Here we go. Luke in the purple. Abyssal on the normal. I think it's orange.
Yeah, of course, LukeSFH really favoring the departure shadows here, especially off the spikes. Trying to pierce the instead off the throw. Broken out of, and when there's one departure, there's another actually instead. Got a Trigloff to worry about.
Yeah, again, that Pierce is such a dominant tool. There's a throw. Lock him down with the departure. Departure is such a big component of JP. Overall, you see that thing up in the sky. You don't want to drive rush or you might get clipped and hit by it. So you kind of just stick down, and that allows the JP to just get on it with a teleport. Nice interruption there from Abyssal. Putting the departure on his side of things. be hard also to know which side has the departure out. You have to kind of look at what came out, even if you're playing right now.
True.
Like, is that my departure? Whose departure is it anyway?
Exactly. That is not one game show that I would want to play in any way, shape, or form.
No.
That's got to be some danger. $1.5 million prize. You can keep it. I'm going to just stick to my life with all that psycho energy. But I imagine if you are Luke, they'll go for the jump in. Heavy kick gets interrupted. But where there's one impact, there's the reversal. The added that.
Uh-oh. Double dash up. Jump medium, stay fierce, the departure for the knockdown. Perfect parry. Yeah, you better back throw. You definitely better back throw right there. Eliminate the departure.
Ooh.
Teleport. Houdini can't even see me. Pierce into level 3. Extra damage on the way because it's CA. Yeah, tell this man a bedtime story. Bow.
Exactly. Get that damage in. Don't even have to play your favorite game. Will it kill or not? In this situation, it will not. Only just a shred of health left. Getting slammed by the Tourbillon as well as double departure off the shadows. One more spike. Honestly, one more touch is all it takes to get slammed here. But instead of going from the level 2 super from Crossway and get slammed instead, Abyssal able to retake.
Yeah, Luke was trying to open up before that level 2 happened, and there's the OD allowing for that level 2 to be unleashed. Abyssal still has some bar in the bank too as well. All even rounds. Pierce looking to take it down, teleport, air throw. If you see the cane spin, he's gonna teleport, and we saw the throw right from that.
Exactly, gotta be reactionary and quicker than that. Have departure to worry about. Try to teleport, back kick the roundhouse instead, but on the ground spikes, snap again for departure.
Just make it snap. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Amnesia too far out. Trying to hunt for a button, wasn't even the same area code. Stand fierce level 2. Burnout, Ghastly Ghost.
Oh, that's got
Set up.
nasty with it. Good setup, 12
It's an
hit
overhead.
piece, no biscuit involved, but instead with the reset, allows for Abyssal. Take up by 1 here so far in the set.
Ooh, my eyes. That was. Oh, I can't believe the dirt I'm seeing.
It's getting spicy here. It's getting a little too hot.
Cannot
JP
believe
versus
the dirt I'm
JP.
seeing. Disgusting. I love the instant overhead resets. You know,
Honestly, that is actually pretty clean coming into it.
and that also means, like, because it's a longer set, you can go for like those right after, kind of set up for other things. Because you already applied 1 mix. You apply 3 more mixes after that. New ingredients. Nice jumping on the fireball. Should be able to take him to the corner, step departure once again. Yes.
Back up against the wall, departure set up that air-to-air action, tried to spikes, but instead it gets thrown for your troubles. And now Abyssal, been a little worse for wear, tried to block, but instead gonna get taken out. Soon here, Luke up by 1 so far.
Run the momentum in the corner. OD fireball.
Uh-oh, turn to one instead, but departure still gonna work. Where there's 1 impact, there is another yet again. The punish into it from Abyssal. The cane hit, wall slam at that drive rush into departure.
Departure again, just make it snap, back medium. Try to backdash any sort of button or DI. At least blocked it out, so that's not too bad. Stand fierce to the fireball. Now it's Luke trying to initiate. Abyssal right back in. That's what I'm talking about. You like that CQC, you see. Nice and close and personal when he gets that distance. JP doesn't have the fastest drive rush in the business. Uh-oh. Let me talk about that later.
About to say it,
Luke
Lord.
getting that lick back.
On fireball again. Those are double departure, especially off the OD spikes, but instead going for the teleport option. No shadows here, at least just yet. Fireball cross cut distance. Now departure puts herself in burnout. Now actually double back-to-back burnout. Both Luke and Abyssal.
You're too far for that overhead. Try to get the jump in. That's going to be the win right here. No bar at the bottom necessary. Luke bringing it back from the break. And actually, I like the pacing he's playing. He's willing to go for like OD Fireball at the start, which is a very expensive spin.
True.
But it does lock Abyssal down, and this allows him from starting his thing. So it's like, am I spinning bar here the right sort of way? If I spin bar now, I might be in burnout a little bit later on. So I have to be careful about how much I spin now, because you could steamroll into you're in burnout now because of you spinning too much. So
True.
That's a big bet. It's landing him rewards right now. We'll see how Abyssal operates around that.
All right, big bet, high risk, high reward, and it's almost working a little too well, especially against Abyssal here. Put you in stagger, and then obviously you have to fight your way back from that. It's not going to be a fun time, but of course going to give Luke plenty of time to really just recuperate here, especially in the match right now. Tried the fireball feint, but instead trade out in damage. Goes for the spikes, double fireball. I swear, I want to say no two JP players are the same, but we're kind of working off the same brain cell for a little bit here.
Just for a little bit.
Just
like the fact that Abyssal did start off the round with the jump heavy kick, looking for the fireball, and it worked out. He does have the lead. Double dashes up, careful of the departure, parries it out. He's doing well right here with the tap parry. Jump medium, OD. He's looking for that any sort of interaction. Ooh. Air throw in between the departures.
And a good air-to-air at that one just caught you off guard. And right now, it's a fireball option departure. Able to jump right over OD spike, departure, teleport into the grab. That's all you need right now. Abyssal up by 1.
That's the dangerous thing if you're already holding parry at that point. Gonna get clipped and hit. A throw, maybe a shimmy on the recovery of the parry. Stand fierce, drivers crouch fierce. Yes, sir. Dash up for a heavy kick. We go for the Pierce. No, he'll go for the departure setup. He wants that proper knockdown so he can go to town with level 2. Pops it raw. So no stand fierce activation, none of that stuff. Just wants to counter hit damage or punish counter, damage.
Oh, there we go. The amnesia we were talking about a little earlier, just right into the spike. Pierce is thrown crossway with a volley, but instead going for the Qaaa option departure. The teleport setup again. No shadows, opted out.
Now observe. I'm surprised he's going for departure like that. It's a very risky thing. They could easily, as you see right there, hit the Pierce. A lot of start and recovery on the departure. Just do it raw. Jump heavy kick plus Range City down to level 2.
Work
to defend your own mix. Back throw.
Just bar for bar. Level 2 for level 2. Departure for departure. But with the teleport, that stand heavy kick instead for your trouble. 4 golf cane right to the face.
Man said down the lane. Actually, I don't know what the golf term. I have no idea.
Exactly. Are we under par or are we over par when it comes to departures? That's the important question. Even more important, though, that air-to-air throw and into the level 2. Finally get you.
There we go. Game to game, round to round. Let's see what's going down. What's going down at the bar at the bottom is Abyssal. Is working on a level 3, so we'll see if he just pops to level 2. Use that level 1 to finish things off. We'll see how it goes. The anti-air is there with the forward heavy kick, appears and departure, teleports in, but we finally find better anti-airs. Luke has been struggling dealing with that air throw. And they are so good about doing that on both sides.
I was about to say that air-to-air has been so dastardly, especially coming into it for Abyssal, but we have to watch the meter like you did mention a little earlier, right? Usually what you like to see, especially from Abyssal on the JP, go for the level 3 for that big burnout damage, especially put you in a bad pocket, but that level 2, 9 times out of 10, works better what he favors here in the matchup at that. For now, instead opting for the departure, goes to the down shadow, jump in heavy kick to catch you, but where there's one impact yet again, another auto reversal, punish right into it, level 2 to hit.
Should be able to get a side switch here to attack the drive gauge in between the combo. There we go. Gets the pickup for a heavy kick. And now departure after this knockdown. OD almost caught him whipping the throw, gets a heavy kick, and that's going to be it.
Exactly, caught you there and so far. Okay, this has been a little too back and forth. Gotta go back, character select, just breathe for a few seconds here.
This is difficult on both sides. You don't know whose departure is what. You have to really think about which one is there, which one's yours.
Right.
You also have to think about like how much, again, bar you're spinning towards the end of the round. So if you don't have enough, it's gonna be hard to weather the storm at level 2, which they have been doing a good job of. Going to take the throw on the tap, parry attempt, whatever it may be. But either way, Abyssal has been a little bit better off in terms of finding reward off his exchanges. JP could be a damaging character. He has to find access to that damage, though.
I mean, exactly. Especially going up close and personal, smothering JPs on, you know, one of the moves that you want to try and go for. But in this situation, what can you do, especially when it's JP versus JP? Not that much room to maneuver.
Oh, not really. Again, it's hard to walk around, get a hit with the Pierce. Wakes up with the amnesia, try to put this man to sleep. Side switch. I'll pray for my grandpa. He's too powerful. Pierce at the end of the stand, Pierce.
Some good side switch at that, but of course goes for the rush instead. OD option, set up for the departure, teleport, throw back into it.
ED Pierce, the drop gauge, perfect parry. I thought he was gonna go for the crouch Pierce, but I like that option better. Faster to react, stand Pierce, OD Pierce, and the follow-up Pierce to find the finish.
Looking clean with it so far, and right now for Luke, still has a bit of a ways to go. Just one away from being able to tie this 2-2 here, but of course stand heavy kick right into the Pierce option. Trying to set up for departure, fireball, feint, teleport instead.
Oh, I like that one. He used the close one and locks him down with the far one. It's hard to get that -6 punish on the drive reversal for the character. Gotta use stand light punch, can't use crouching medium punch. That's 7 frames.
Of course, Roundhouse Cane just right into the Pierce as well. Departure setup just right there sitting menacingly. But of course, Shadow is gonna whiff on that one instead, opting in for the amnesia. A jump kick, side swap.
Oh, the fake out should have committed. Gotta put a ring on it.
Oh, goodness.
No prenup.
Say, double feint again. Back to the spikes. Departure Shadow setup was right there, but just too far away. Now Luke not looking a little too hot here.
He tried to go for the dash up throw, empty jump. There we go. Very smart stuff. Abyssal on set point. A lot of juice at the bottom.
Set point already, but we have seen a scenario before, right, where it's set point, really just for Abyssal right now, but then possibility. Luke, comeback potential, like I do mention time to time before, but considering most of these players are already top tier in their respective colleges, never count them down.
Never, never. Especially when you have resources to work with.
True.
Teleport, jump, light kick, back throw. No, it's a normal throw, excuse me. Surprised he didn't really put him in the corner, but that's fine.
I want to say, reversal. Speaking of resources, I mean, right now, Luke is really spending heavy right now, going big gambling mode. You have to be a little more careful than that. Really likes to opt in for the favor, but for Abyssal, sitting there, menacingly, I'm not liking this.
Oh, too far with the down forward heavy punch, looking for the sweep off the feet. It's not working out. The anti-air is there, of course, and that allows the OD Amnesia to play teleport plus range drive reversal. Yeah, stop the activation before it starts. Oh, that was so sick. The jump medium's able to hit level 3.
Into the level 3 super art. I hope you like your favorite word of the day, interdiction.
I know what that means. I don't know what that means. I mean, I need to go back to school. Perfect parry. Yo, give this man a punish. Level 2 to get the side switch. Brace starts up. Go to level 3. You might have killed a lot of drive gauge, maybe more, but you'd rather get this positional advantage over the damage. OD, he spins the rest of his bar. Luke, last right decision possibly.
About to say high risk, high reward. We have been seeing plenty throughout the day, but for Luke, just might regret it. Abyssal just still at almost 3 bars a meter right now, getting scary.
The Pierce is faster. It is going to be the JP Master Abyssal moving on over Luke in the mirror match. You know what's about to be. Davy, Bloo, let's go.
Let's get into it. Really saying, forget the button check. I don't want peace. I want problems. This situation, we got I want Street Fighter 6.
Oh, yeah. Shimmy game, not so insane. The crouching media punch, a little bit longer, gets the punish counter. That's what I'm talking about. The OD fireball, when you think you want to press a button, we did the nasty combo. We had the charge with the DP after that. This man's a real DJ player. Excuse me.
We got the jackknife action already coming up in full force. Down switch inward, but that back throw action from Davy. Love to see, and especially limb extender, but double fireball to hit into the yoga float.
Holding parry, try to get that drive gauge up as much as possible. Jump meter kick also is a good tool against this character. You know, you can catch some of these preemptive limbs before they can even come out.
True, jump in, already into the grab though, back in the corner, try that perfect parry, expecting at least a little bit of a follow-up. It should have expected it a little later. Yoga teleport, and for Davy gets off with the super.
There we go, Davy taking the first round. Despite the fact that we saw the things we were talking about previously, they didn't lead to a lot of damage here just yet. We'll see if Blue adjusts. OD fireball to start things off, driver stand Pierce. Misses what I think was supposed to be, that E drop. Able to get the second time, stay fine. No! Maybe should have button checked.
I was about to say, we get a little bit of a deja vu into PTSD. Almost thought that jackknife would have been punished again, but not accordingly so for Davy, though. Able to quick recover, at least for the moment. Has blocked against fireball, jump over the other one with the delayed fireball at that one.
Like that, the hop and a jump medium kick, trying to find an opening right there. Davy holding tight, now using the OD fireball to lock him down a little bit more. At that point, you like to go for bar for bar, like them spin the bar. He almost got the jump. Pierce will catch him on the recovery with the crouching medium punch.
The fireball again, just buffer through, and a little too clean with it, tried the limb extender, but no, going for the feint option instead, but caught right in the middle of rush. Fireball back in the sky, fought twice as hard here, especially off the back throw into the corner.
Doing that drive gauge continuously, Yoga Nookie, and so touch. What's it gonna be? Jump Pierce gonna be knocked away with the DP in play. He had the counter. I wonder if maybe medium would have worked right there, maybe not. He had the range to do it. Medium kick.
Possibly, as my professor likes to call it, the otherwise possibility of an alternate universe, but in this universe, instead, you get slammed with the level 3 super coming off of Blue.
That is a win and a loss here. You lose the round, but DJ without bar level 3,
right,
or in round 3, excuse me, is a big loss for that character. He's looking to spin that bar at the very end of everything to get the win or get a lead. Now there's less defense, so if Davy puts him in burnout, this is going to be even harder for Blue to get out because it's a very common thing for DJ to go there.
OD fireball already into the DP, back at it again, but goes for the feint option, and now for Blue just replaying into those mind games. You'll be able to see Davy responding in turn though. Fireball Yoga teleport right in the ball.
DP right there. There's no chance for an anti-air. We talked about how Sim's anti-airs are a little bit more predictive, a little bit on the slower side, especially that Yoga uppercut. That knee shot is even more dangerous, deadly to deal with.
Back feint that you do love to see from Blue here. Just get with the tricky options, but instead, watch Fierce. Down knee.
The flame, careful now. Your bar not looking so good, so he's back walking away. Again, OD fireball trying to get in. A little bit too risky. The anti-air back Fierce. Yoga lands.
This thing has to buffer through, but already back in burnout. There's not much you can do. Just try to build back up on your meter, but getting scary with it. Fireball once, fireball twice, and just walking up to you menacingly enough for the wall crush. That gum level 3.
Oh, it's level 2 for this one. He doesn't need level 3. He doesn't even want to watch the cutscene. That's the crazy thing.
Right.
You'll see, I expect level 3 too as well.
That's what I expected. I was calling that. And I looked and I'm like, okay, that's fine. But instead, level 2 option. I was sorry I was unfamiliar with your game, and you made me look like a fool.
You know what? Thanks for making us watch the cutscene. He just wants to get it done.
Exactly.
We're going to have some barbecue. He's like, where's Terry Blackhead?
Exactly.
Get some of that. How far is that out? You know, was it 2 miles away?
I mean, we are in Texas. We got the brisket option available, but that's for later.
Yeah, that's for later. Right now, it's all about fighting in the streets. Medium so bot, trying for a shot back, heavy kick, trying to catch a throw and tip. There's nothing doing where AO.
Oh!
Dang, the spacing.
Teleport though into that delayed fireball. We already got the parry option. Not going to work out for Blue as well here. Davy starting to look a little too nasty on the doll sim.
Starting to understand when to land what he needs and also to fake out certain things here and there. You also see the matchup knowledge against like the fake fireball stuff. Driver for a beat kick, hella plus, gets the jab right after. And this is a problematic thing here for Sim. It's hard for him to leave the corner unless you're doing things like this. Innate reversals, like jabs and things like that to get you out.
Man, they have to be more careful than that, though. Was expecting the parry option, but thrown once and grabbed twice here. Fireball and already into it. Davy. Burnout ends with a so back from Blue.
Yeah, those fireballs are really good because like, at that point, you just go for the meaty, you spin the rest of their bar. And I think Davy thought he was going to drive a jab or something like that. Either way, same situation we saw previously. You better change the channel. I don't saw this movie before.
Exactly. Turn this TV off, and with my type of DJ activity, don't you dare get involved. But I imagine making us watch the cinematic off the level 3 instead.
Yeah, you want the damage. It's not going to kill. Next hit will. What's the entry point? Dash up medium. He really went for it, but 2 space out to get a punish. DI. Davy hunting for anything. A perfect KO. And now we're game to game.
Especially, we expecting nastiness from Davy here on the doll sim, but Blue saying, yo, y'all want to see something fun real quick? Oh,
fun for
goodness.
me, not for you.
Exactly. Fun for me, not for you in this situation, but hey, always chance for a quick turnaround, especially off the fireball, especially traded out in damage, but rush option instead.
Right, rush. That was going to be a throw. I think Davy thought as well. Got interrupted, counter hit. Reversal buttons up the lights, resets with the throw. First time we've seen Davy do this, like the reversal, go for the back throw for the reset, try to switch up positions, not trying to be up in the corner.
I'm gonna say OD maximum out in full force. We got double fireball to him, make that 3 times coming into it, just try to buffer through, especially against Davy. Going for the float option instead, back in the sky. And imagine for Dawson to go twice as high, fall twice as hard if you're not careful enough, especially dealing with the likes of Blue.
Right, stand fierce, maximum upper, that's a downer. Blew up around now. Yes, he does. He throws up that bar. That level 2 could also be a thing we see.
Right.
Got through a fireball, gets that projectile inbound if he wants to lead, or wants to kill that. Will also make Davy really second guess when he throws out. It was all hands instead of fireballs.
Man, even after the kip up, trying to go for the wake up option, but Blue gets interrupted instead. Fireball, that down slash, but we got jackknife the DP, and of course with the super to hit from Davy.
Yeah, that Sunsara reversal option here from Sim.
Oh.
Side switch to mix. One more touch. Try reversal, baits it out. The ODDP and it gets tossed instead. And honestly, at that point, you probably would have died because you would have been a burnout regardless.
True, but here's the thing, though. We're starting to learn from our mistakes because 9 times out of 10, Davy has not really been punishing that DP. Instead, this time, learned the last time. And now we got it here. That's fire to see. Love to see these readjustments from these players, but even with the back teleport, still gets hit instead. Drive rush for your troubles.
You need more OK off of that, more advantage off of that on the knockdown. Perfect parry on the knee drop, but too close to the ground. That allows the back throw to happen for that guessing game. Usually, you like it to be higher up. This is not looking so good. A level 3 could be coming through. It's just what's the access point? OD fireball into something nasty. Driver stand medium for a medium so bot that can also hit confirm into level 3 for a finish possibly.
I was about to say, we look at the differentials right now. Meter not looking too hot. Really just for Blue right now, spending a lot, able to build back up at that level 3 like you did mention would be dastardly, but might not even need it in this situation. That's going to be the DP instead. OD at that.
Add that charge up for the OD jackknife. Game point here for Blue. Said people have been watching me speed on my name right. I'm gonna show them.
You gotta hit I gotta show them who's the alpha.
Wrong player, wrong player.
I was about to say, wrong player.
Wrong player. But Blue, seeing red right now. He's up 2 games, getting a lot more aggressive. I like the knee shots when he gets close enough to do so. Drop that where it's harder for Sim to interact with. Heavy kick, but no drive rush right after. It's easier to be able to get a punish or a follow-up on that punish, I should say, on the heavy kick. Surprised Davy wasn't able to do it.
I'm gonna say try to drive rush grab option instead. Yoga teleport back into the fire. No delay on that one either.
Putting fireball, just lock him down, want to spin that bar. Look at my man, just walking, menacing, and also building a bar as he does so. Lead here for Davy.
Lead at that one. Actually, a great lead. I just looked at the health bar just for a few brief seconds and already gone. Davy by 1 again. Possibility to set this 2-2 here.
Or Blue might have to spin a little bit more OD gauge, like OD fireball. Spinning some now for drive rush. Heavy air slasher, drive rush jab to enter in it with the medium so pod for the Oki. Nice and close, I can smell your breath.
Man grab, tried that. DP instead going for the feint option, and now really with the fireball into the teleport at that one from Davy, avoiding the knee bomber, but diagonal cross cut.
Doing a really good job of like not having some bad buttons, and when they are extended, they lead into this. The level 1, killing the drive gauge, getting a nice little, well, I wouldn't say lead, but a further lead, at least a little bit. Air, no, jump fierce, space from the end on the ground.
At jump first, we have been seeing Davy really pop out a lot with his work a little too well in some situations, but Blue especially learning from the last matchup that we've had here, especially in the Doll Sim matchup, knowing better. But as I say, that perfect parry into the fireball upper, and now I'm going to worry about it. Perfect parry, actually, excuse me, parry just again, and I'll have to wake up.
What's going to happen? It's hard for him to spin like an OD fireball unless the gauge is green because he's going to go into burnout. So Blue's getting active. It's a drive rush attempt. The super. Show this man the sun. The sun Sora, Davy.
Man, and here comes the sun for Davy, and against Blue, it's getting brutal.
Well, let's get real Blue. He's not being able to get the lead like he likes to. OD fireball now to initiate, have to expend that bar. And you also have to think about the buttons you're utilizing to get some bar back too as well. Side switch, able to get the cross up, and the toss right after. Dash rush for medium.
A rush into it, tried to fate instead, but we got Sobot back on deck. Able to burn through most of that meter. Jackknife maximum, the OD version at that. But fireball up in the air, Yoga teleport, get that side swap, and Blue getting a little too close to burnout. But hey, still able to stay alive, and now set point.
That jump here is fantastic. We talked about how these anti Yoga uppercut especially. A little bit on the predictive side, that jump here is just landing on the dome before there could be any sort of hard hat protection.
Man, fireball protection here, off the parry, tried to fireball again, coming into it from Blue, but instead, OD fire for your troubles, trying to slide in, but that fireball again.
Heavy air slasher claiming a lot of space, heavy kick off the drive rush, caution light kick opener, plus frame city is the turn with the crowd. He could have been tossed, but now he's in burnout.
It's back in burnout state for Davy, not looking too hot. The nastiest Doll Sim on the block might get put down. If you're not careful, the back teleport still gets caught in the DP and looking a little too close to call you. It's right there.
Anti-air with the OD jackknife to seal the deal. Blue again, seeing red and taking down Davy after having to solidify his gameplay just a little bit, brings it back from the brink.